Today, SpaceX is set to make history with its anticipated IPO, aiming for a staggering $135 per share. This could redefine the landscape of tech valuations and investor sentiment. Here's an in-depth look at what this means for the market. As we look forward, the key focus will be on the initial pricing and demand for SpaceX shares. This highly anticipated initial public offering, or IPO, marks a significant milestone for the company founded by Elon Musk, which has transformed the space industry with its innovative technologies. SpaceX has not only revolutionized rocket launches, but has also made strides in satellite internet and lunar exploration, positioning itself as a leader in aerospace. Investors are keenly observing whether the stock will trade above the IPO price, stall around it, or drop below it. Such early trading patterns will provide critical insights into investor appetite for mega-growth listings, particularly in a market that has seen a mixture of enthusiasm and skepticism. If the IPO is well received, it could serve as a catalyst for more large private companies to consider going public, potentially transforming the current market landscape. Historically, successful IPOs have led to a surge in follow-on offerings, creating a new wave of liquidity in the market. Conversely, if demand for SpaceX shares is weak, it may reinforce a more cautious approach towards high valuations in the tech sector, prompting investors to reassess their strategies. The broader implications of this IPO extend beyond SpaceX itself, as it could influence investor sentiment and risk tolerance in related sectors, such as aerospace and technology. Market participants should also monitor whether the SpaceX deal draws liquidity away from other growth stocks, which could lead to increased volatility across the tech landscape. As the market digests the implications of SpaceX's public debut, it may reshape valuation metrics and investor expectations moving forward. The outcome of this unprecedented IPO could redefine investment strategies, particularly in the high-tech arena, as stakeholders adapt to a new era of space commercialization. The lead-up to SpaceX's initial public offering has been characterized by a tumultuous market environment, raising eyebrows among investors and analysts alike. In recent weeks, concerns about potential interest rate hikes have loomed large, coupled with uneven performance across major technology stocks. The Nasdaq Composite and S&P 500 have both faced downward pressure, reflecting a cautious sentiment among traders who are wary of economic headwinds. Notably, Schwab highlights that tech shares were already on a downward trend just before the IPO announcement, making the timing of SpaceX's public offering particularly noteworthy. Historically, IPOs of this magnitude have typically occurred during more euphoric market conditions, where investor enthusiasm drives valuations sky-high. However, SpaceX's entry into the public market comes amid significant uncertainty, suggesting that investors are acutely aware of the inherent risks involved. Previous high-profile IPOs have often set the tone for tech valuations, shaping investor sentiment for months to come. SpaceX's offering is expected to be no different, given its unique position at the intersection of aerospace and technology sectors. The company has revolutionized space travel with innovations such as reusable rockets and ambitious plans for Mars colonization. The impact of SpaceX's IPO could be profound, potentially influencing how investors perceive the tech sector, especially in turbulent times. If successful, it may bolster confidence in other tech companies considering going public, setting a benchmark for future valuations. Conversely, if the offering falters, it could deter potential IPOs, leading to a more cautious approach in the market. Looking ahead, the performance of SpaceX's IPO will be closely monitored, as it could signal the resilience of the tech sector amidst ongoing economic challenges and shape the trajectory of future public offerings in this volatile landscape. This IPO is significant for several reasons. First, it represents a rare mega-cap event in the private market, which could reset expectations for late-stage tech valuations across the board. Investors are particularly interested in how the market will price AI-adjacent, space, and defense-oriented growth companies, as SpaceX embodies these sectors. Founded by Elon Musk in 2002, SpaceX has revolutionized space travel and exploration, achieving milestones such as reusable rockets and successful satellite launches. These innovations have not only reduced costs for space missions, but have also opened new avenues for commercial space travel and satellite deployment, making the company a leader in its field. This IPO not only highlights the company's financial growth, but also underscores the increasing convergence of technology and aerospace, a trend that has garnered significant attention and investment in recent years. The impact of this IPO extends beyond SpaceX itself. It has the potential to influence risk appetite among investors for growth stocks. As the market grapples with economic uncertainties, a successful IPO could signal a renewed confidence in tech investments, particularly in sectors that align with future-oriented technologies. If demand for SpaceX shares is strong, it could reignite interest in other tech companies that have been struggling, offering a fresh perspective on valuation methods. Companies like Palantir and Stripe, which have faced valuation challenges, may find new life as investors reassess their potential in light of SpaceX's performance. Conversely, if the offering falls short, it may discourage other large private companies from considering an IPO, reinforcing caution regarding high valuations in the current market landscape. This situation creates a pivotal moment for both investors and the broader tech industry. Essentially, this IPO could be a litmus test for investor sentiment in the tech sector, reflecting how much risk investors are willing to take on in a landscape marked by volatility. The stakes are high, as this could either embolden or deter future IPOs in a market that has seen fluctuating interest in tech stocks. Looking ahead, the outcome of the SpaceX IPO will likely set a precedent for other firms contemplating public offerings. A strong debut could lead to a surge of IPOs, rejuvenating the tech market and prompting a reevaluation of growth strategies moving forward. On June 15, 2026, SpaceX is poised to make a historic debut on the stock market at an anticipated price of $135 per share, targeting an extraordinary $75 billion in capital. This monumental initial public offering, or IPO, would endow the company with an astounding valuation of approximately $1.77 trillion, establishing it as the largest IPO in history. Founded by visionary entrepreneur Elon Musk in 2002, SpaceX has fundamentally transformed the aerospace sector with its groundbreaking initiatives, including ambitious plans for Mars colonization and the provision of satellite internet through its Starlink project. The timing of this IPO is particularly significant, occurring amidst a turbulent period for the tech sector, where rising interest rates have injected uncertainty into investor sentiment. Analysts from Charles Schwab have cautioned that recent declines in major market indexes reflect a cautious atmosphere among investors, raising questions about the overall appetite for high-growth stocks. As the market opens, traders are keenly observing the stock's performance, especially during the initial hours of trading. A robust demand for shares could signal a resurgence in interest for high-growth tech equities, indicating that investors are willing to embrace risk, even amid economic uncertainties. Conversely, a lackluster performance may expose deeper apprehensions about tech valuations, leading to increased caution among market participants. The implications of this IPO extend well beyond numerical figures. It could serve as a crucial barometer for the future of the technology sector, which has been navigating through volatility and regulatory challenges. If successful, SpaceX's IPO could ignite a wave of public offerings from other tech companies, rejuvenating a market that has seen a slowdown in recent years. Moreover, the funds raised could significantly enhance SpaceX's ongoing projects, including further advancements in reusable rocket technology and the expansion of its satellite network, potentially revolutionizing global internet access. Looking ahead, the performance of SpaceX's stock will be pivotal, not only for its own future endeavors, but also for shaping investor sentiment across the tech landscape. A successful IPO could mark a crucial inflection point, signaling a renewed confidence in high-growth technology investments and setting the stage for future innovations. What will be the impact of SpaceX's historic IPO on the tech market? Share your predictions in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe for more in-depth analyses.